my lovelies, my name is Jane and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe and ring the notification bell so each time I upload you'll get a notification. Today's video, I've got quite a lot of new makeup, so I thought I would see how far I could get on a full face of makeup. Jumping right in, starting off, I have already primed. I've just recently started getting into primer because my skin's got really dry, so I've been trying out different hydrating primers. And the one I've put on today is the Hydrate Primer from Revolution. So give that one a go today. I've used that one quite a few times. It's not a bad primer, it's cheap, it's £5. I got this one in Superdrug, so very affordable. For foundation today, I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Hour Wear. I have tried this one out a couple of times, so I've got definite firm opinions on it. So I'm going to chuck this on my face and tell you what I think. As always, I'm going in with my Morphe Beauty Blender. Okay, so we're just going to chuck a bit of that one on there and then bounce that one all over my face. Get my hair out of the way, otherwise it will change colour again. Okay, so we're just going to chuck that one all over, blend that one out. That's it. I've tried this one out twice now, and to be perfectly honest, I think my skin's far too dry for it because I end up with really weird sort of dry patches. And I tried it first of all on its own and it just didn't look right at all. So thought I'd chuck on some hydrating primer. I've got two different types at the moment. So last time I tried it with the Too Faced Hangover Primer. So I thought today I would try it with the Revolution Primer and just see if I notice any difference whatsoever. For me personally, like I say, it sticks to all my dry patches. Oh, it's a bit much, never mind, we'll blend that one through. And it just looks, I don't know, I can't get it to look nice. I know there's a lot of people out there that really rate this as a foundation, so I thought, okay, I'll give it a go, but if you've got dry skin, I really wouldn't recommend it. But we'll see how it goes with this primer. You know, it might surprise me. Sometimes it's a case of finding the right primers to go underneath it if you've got any problems with your skin. Like I say, this is where it tends to go weird. It's right in the middle here. So it's not a full coverage foundation by any means. It's definitely more of a medium. So I have chucked a little bit more on today than I have done other days because it just wasn't covering much of anything, to be fair. You know, I don't mind ones that do that, but it just didn't look right. So just going to put a tiny bit more on there, just to put a little bit more on my chin, because as you can see, got some lovely blemishes, which they're going at the moment, so at least they're sort of going. But I seem to be suffering lately from breakouts on my chin, and I don't know why. I've got a really good skincare routine going. Always clean my face at night and, you know, serums and lotions and potions, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. So I've just bought some salicylic acid, so I'm trying that one. Is it salicylic acid? Yes. Can never remember the names of these things. They're good for sort of blemishes and breakouts and things like that. So I've tried it for the first time last night. So we're just going to see whether that's going to make a difference over a period of time or not. So like I say, my face is always cleaned. So give it a good clean at night so there's no makeup residue or anything like that. So I don't know what's going on, but never mind. It is what it is. And we just have to deal with these things. You'd think as you get older the blemishes would disappear, wouldn't you? But no, they don't. They just haunt you for the whole of your life. Okay, I'm going to chuck some down my neck to blend that through. A couple of stripes. There you go. That's it. Me wearing a cream top, you know it's going to get covered in foundation. Didn't think that through this morning, did I? Never mind. It is what it is. Okay, so how are we looking? Like I say, you can definitely see the blemishes still on my chin. Now, if we have a close-up look, I'll show you what I mean about it going weird. I don't know whether you can see here. If not, I'll zoom it in. It just goes really weird. Yesterday it was going weird here. Yeah, it still is. Oh, move that out of the way. If you can see here, Don't know how well you can see that, but it's very patchy and just really weird. And I'm sure it's because it's my dry skin. But, you know, so I think after this, oh, cat hair, no it's not, it's one of mine, similar colour. So I think after using this one today, I'm going to donate this one to my daughter. You know, her skin's a lot more oily than mine, and I think it would work really well on hers, whereas my skin is just too dry for this foundation, to be fair. I'm going to pop some of that just on my eyelids as well to use as a base for my eyeshadow. I know I'm lazy. I've got eyeshadow primers and stuff like that, but I don't know. I'm just lazy when it comes to eyeshadow primers. I don't find that they make any difference whether I use a foundation or an actual eyeshadow primer. So I do it the lazy way. Just blend that one out with my brush so it's all covered. That's it. You may notice I don't put foundation under my eyes. A lot of people do, but I find as I've got older, I don't want as many layers under my eyes because it just kind of sits in the creases and just looks cakey. So I never put foundation under my eyes. I always kind of wait and then just use concealer. Just gonna set me foundation on my eyelids and I'll be right back. To set my eyelids, I've just used my Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder from Maybelline in the shade 105. Just trying to use it up, so I just use that one every day just to set my eyelids. Now, as you can see, the lights got brighter. I've been doing all that and I forgot to switch my lights on. Oh, what am I like? It's going to be like that, isn't it? So I'm really sorry about that. I don't know what the quality of light was prior to this, but I've now remembered to switch my lights on. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Hey ho. Okay. So for eyeshadow palette, looking around in the sales like you do, and I saw this one on Black Friday and I ummed and ahed and I thought, oh, do you know what? I really would like it. And it was on at a really good price. So I took a couple of days, really thought about it, then decided I really, really wanted it, went back on the website and it'd gone back up to full price. And I'm like, oh, I don't really want to pay full price for it. So over New Year, went back on the website. I can't remember whether it was Beauty Bay or Cult Beauty, which I got it on, but it was definitely one of those two. And I was meandering around like you do, and it was back on sale. So I snaffled it up this time. I didn't even think about it. It's just like mine. And it is the Dominique Cosmetics palette in Latte. It's called the Latte palette. Now this one's been out, I want to say a good year, you know, and I've heard really good things about the brand. Just getting rid of my box. So I thought I'd give it a go. I'd say the packaging is absolutely stunning. I'd say I know she's done a Latte 2 since then. Prior to that, I think she's done the Lemonade palette, which was limited edition, which is a shame because I wouldn't have minded that one. So let's have a look on the inside. Really big pans on this one. Hopefully I won't blind you with a mirror. I'll try and cover it the best I can. So this is what we've got going on with this one. Some beautiful shades. As you can see, because I've changed my hair colour, I can change my eyeshadow shade colours now. So some of the ones that didn't appeal to me before are kind of like, ooh, you look pretty, you'll suit me now. So let's do a couple of swatches. I'll pick a couple of mattes and a couple of shimmers. There are only 3 shimmers in this palette, but they all look really beautiful. So the first colour is Pumpkin Spice, and then we've got Double Shot. I'll do another swatch on that because that wasn't very bright. I think that was me error rather than the eyeshadow. But that has swatched really nicely. So that's that one, and let's pick a shimmer. Ooh, that went nice on my finger. As you can see on my finger, that went really nice. So that's the shimmer one there. So that's looking absolutely beautiful. Let's do one more. They've got like a glittery gold one at the end. I just want to try that one as well. So we'll put that where the purple one is. And that's that one again, really beautiful. I don't think I'm going to regret buying this one. But I'm really happy it went back on sale. Originally it was £40 and I got it for 24. Bargain, absolute bargain. So, but like I say, because it's a brand I've not used before and I don't know their formula or anything, I didn't really want to pay the 40 for it, but got lucky and it came back on sale, so I snapped that one up. Okay, Now I'm going to go in with the first colours. I think I'm going to mix a bit of the caramel and the vanilla latte. So we've got the caramel and the vanilla latte, and hopefully I'm not blinding you with my mirror, and if I am, I'm so sorry. So I think I'm going to mix a bit of these two together. I've been doing my eyeshadow a bit differently this last week. I've been getting a really big fluffy brush for a change rather than a small fluffy one. This one is the Morphe 441, and I've been literally going in my crease but taking it all the way up rather than doing it. I was doing it the darker colour first and then kind of doing it. Kind of switched it up a little bit and kind of doing it the other way around at the moment and enjoying that for a minute. I change it all the time, I'm not going to lie. How I do my eyeshadow changes all the time. So I'm just going to tap into both of those. So that came off quite pigmented, don't know if you see that. And I'm just going to give it the same amount of swirl on the vanilla cream, and we're going to just blend that one, let's say, from our crease upwards. Now that's nice. I could see that right from the word go. So that is nice. And let's say it seems to be blending out really nicely as well. Ooh, that is nice. And like I say, I'm literally, because of my wonderful hooded eyes, I'm taking it right up to the brow bone. But that is nice. Mixing those two colours is really nice. So now the trick is, when you mix colours, is trying to get it the same colour on the opposite side. We'll see. So again, doing exactly the same on the second eye. There you go, it looks pretty even to me. Really happy with that. Let's say that did blend out like a dream. Let's say these are really soft and buttery, obviously very pigmented, but that did go on like an absolute dream. So now I'm going to take a smaller brush. Ooh, which one? I've got two different sizes here. I'm going to take the smaller of the two, which is the Morphe M456. One day I'll remember the names of these. I use them all the time. I should know, but I don't. And I think, ooh, what colour are we going to go in with? I think I'm going to go in with the colour that drew me to this palette. Again, I try not to blind you with this mirror, which is the pumpkin spice on the end here. When I saw that one, I'm like, oh, I like the looks of you. So I think that's what drew me to the palette. So we're going to go in with that one. Don't think I've actually got a shade in any of my other palettes that's quite like that one. Wow. That one's really pigmented. And it's also got a bit more kickback. I'll just show you. As you can see, that's got a bit more kickback than the other two colours did. But that doesn't bother me. I know it does a lot of people, but I'm not worried about that. So I'm just going to take my little blending brush and start right in the crease. And then just blend that one up. Again, the colour payoff. That was such a fast colour payoff. That really was. Wow, I'm very impressed. I think now I would pay full price for one of her palettes. If they're all as good as this one, then I would absolutely pay full price. But sometimes when it's a brand that you don't really know, you don't always want to pay full price. And if it does go in the sale, that's even better. But that is beautiful. Wow. That's going up like a dream, absolute dream. So it needs a bit more blending on that. I'm just going to wipe off any excess colour on my brush. I've got a bit of tissue here. And then just blend that further up. Because I don't want to put any more colour on. I just want to sheer it out a little bit so it blends up with the first colour. But I can always add some of the first colour that we use just to blend it out if I need to. Till I'm happy with it. But yeah, I've been enjoying this method. You know, the look turns out the same, but I don't know, it just seems to be a method I'm enjoying at the moment. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not even particularly good at makeup. I just enjoy it. I've always enjoyed it. And I've been wearing makeup now since I was 11. So that's over 40 years. And I'm still not very good at it. But that, like I say, I only tapped into that once. And that is the colour payoff from it. So obviously less is more on this one. But I will blend that one out with the two colours that we used at the top, just to kind of make it a little bit more seamless. Seamless is the word I'm looking for, not seamless, seamless. So I'm just going to do exactly the same on the other eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is where we got to so far. Now I am going to just take the other two colours, mix them together on a smaller little fluffy brush, just to blend them out a bit. And that's the Morphe 506. Couldn't read them for a second. So I'm just going to go back in with the caramel, a bit of the vanilla latte, tap that one off. I'm just going to run that literally over the edges, just to kind of blend that out a little bit more, just so that it blends that little bit better into the two colours that I'd put down originally. So it just smooths it out just a little bit. Still a bit harsh on that edge. Let's just take the vanilla cream and just kind of go over that just a little. It's half the fun of makeup. It doesn't always go perfect all of the time. That's what I enjoy about it. And it's a case of, okay, you know, like I say, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not even good at makeup. I just enjoy playing, and it doesn't always go right. And like I say, to me, that's half the fun of it. And on this channel, if it goes wrong, I want you to see that it goes wrong. I've got nothing to hide. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. It's like, I don't really care, you know. So, you know, it's a case of we're back in lockdown for the 3rd time. Do really need to go out, you know. I really need some paper, but it's a specific paper. It's not just this normal cheap printer paper. I want some 120 GSM paper, because I've been doing my family tree and printing it all out, and I've run out of paper, and I didn't know that we were going to go into a lockdown. So, but I know I got it in Wilko's, and they don't shut in lockdown, because obviously they do medicines and essentials and cleaning products and things. So, you know, it's a case of, do I really want to go into town and pick up paper? No, I don't. But do I need to? Absolutely. Okay, so happy with that. I'll say that's still a bit, but never mind. We're gonna move on. Otherwise it's going to be the longest video in history, you know. So if I was you, I'd just go and grab some snacks and a drink now, and then come back to me. Okay, gonna go back in now with the pumpkin spice, which is the darker colour. Tap that off, and I'm going to run that in the crease just to darken the crease up. So I could go in with a darker colour, but I quite often like to just go in a bit heavier handed with the one that I've used. Like I say, it's a quick, simple look. It's kind of a technique that I've been doing, like I say, for about the past week. Just going to darken up that outer edge at the same time. And it's quick and simple. And it's kind of my everyday go-to kind of what I do, because I work with the public, and that, you know, it's nice to look nice when you're at work, when you're on display. So I do wear, like I say, a full face of makeup to work every single shift. I think if I turned up to work without makeup on, they'd think I was seriously ill. Apart from on my videos, they've never seen me without makeup on. Okay, so just a little bit more on that side, a little bit more on that side, just to bring that in a little bit. I'm happy with that, definitely. Just going to go back in with that little brush, whichever one I used. And then I'm just going to kind of buff where I've just kind of went in a bit heavier with that one, a bit darker with that one, just to kind of, so that there's no kind of really harsh lines there either. So that's what we've got to so far. Loving the colours. I'm going to say it just doesn't seem that even, and I think that's me. It's not the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow is beautiful. I think it's just me. Like I say, eyeshadow and makeup doesn't go right every single day. Don't expect it to, unless you're perfect and you're brilliant and you're a makeup artist. Normal everyday people like myself, it ain't going to happen. Okay, so for shimmer, which one are we going to go for? I'm just thinking the creme brulee, which is this one here. Oh, sorry, I didn't show that one. This one here. Kind of looking at that one. But now, yeah, let's just do it. Let's go for it. If I start changing my mind, we'll be here all flaming day. Little flat brush as usual. Morphe M24. So we're going to dip that one into that one. See how that one performs with a brush first. And we can always go back in with our finger. Oh, wow. That was good colour payoff. Oh, look at that. I'll say not all shimmers have a brilliant colour payoff on a brush, but usually then you use your finger and they're perfectly fine. But that went on like a dream. I will go back in and do it with my finger, just to kind of see how much better colour payoff we can get with our finger, because it's always a nice test of an eyeshadow palette, you know, of how it looks using it both ways. So I'm just going to shut that one on my lid. You'll see, I'm not very precise, I just literally throw it on and hope for the best. There we go. That does look really pretty. I am going to just put some on my finger, so it's not even dusty on my finger, which is nice. And just, oh, now that works beautifully. Yeah, that does give that little extra something, definitely. So do the same on that one. Yeah, definitely liking the look of that, definitely. I also bought a new concealer. Again, it's a L'Oreal one, and it's the Perfect Match Concealer, which is in this little tubey thing here. I've been wanting to try it for a while, and at the moment in Superdrug they've got 3 for 2 on L'Oreal. So I've got the foundation, I've got the concealer, and you'll find out later on what else I got. I thought, why not? You know, you want to give me a free gift. I wanted to try this one. I wanted to try the foundation, so it's a case of give it a go. This is in the shade Rose Porcelain. Now, for Rose Porcelain, I thought it was really dark. I want to see if we can get some out. So I think it's just dried on where I used it yesterday. Again, I have tried this one. Let's see if I can put a splodge of it on so you can actually see the colour. There you go. I don't know where, hopefully you can see that. But I did think for Rose Porcelain that it was quite dark. But in its defence, it does blend out like a dream. Definitely enjoy this one. So just going to chuck some of that. Oh, that was a bit much. Never mind. Under my eyes. I'll set a couple on my blemishes. That's peeking through. So that foundation, I know I look really weird at the moment, just looks horrible on my skin. It just doesn't. My skin doesn't like it, and that's that really. Going back in my trusty beauty blender. And let's say once I've blended this out, it blends. See how quickly that blended? Really, really fast. I like the consistency of it. I like the way it looks. Like I say, once it's actually on, it doesn't look dark, but when it first came out, I'm like, oh my God, and that's the lightest colour. But no, I would, you know, I took it all back, and it's like, well, actually, I really like that. Unlike the foundation that looks like absolute trollop on my skin. For want of a better word. It just does. It's like, if I do a close-up on my skin there, it looks horrible. It really doesn't look very good at all. But this concealer is absolutely beautiful. A lot of the customers where I work buy this concealer, and I'm like, well, there's got to be something in it if they're all buying it. So give it a go. Like I say, while it was on offer, give it a go. But really like that concealer. Haven't got any new powders to use, so I'm going to go in with my usual Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to set my face, and I'll be right back. There you go. So I've set under my eyes with my, like I say, my normal Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter Powder. And for my face today, I have gone in with the Jeffree Star Cosmetics, or what does he call this? I think it's Star Powder or something, in the shade Fair. So I do change up my setting powder on a regular because I've got a lot to use up. As you can see, I've coloured in my brows, and again, I've got the Revolution Pro in dark brown. I need to get a new one because this one's a bit dark for me. So trying to kind of lighten my brows up a bit to match my hair just a smidgen. I've got a new brow gel, well, new brow gel colour. It's the brand's not new. Again, it's the Revolution one. I was using the coloured Revolution one, but I've switched now to the clear one that I picked up the other day. So I'm just going to run a little bit of that through my brows. And so I highly rate Revolution's brow gels. Their wand, oh, let's see if I can do that a bit better. Their wand is really skinny, so it doesn't get all over your face, even if you've got a colour one. And it sets it all day, and it stays put. Nothing beats my Charlotte Tilbury one, but unfortunately that's far too dark for me at the right now. Now I've changed my hair colour, so I do need to get a paler one, which is really sad because it is the best best brow gel I've used. So at some point I will pick up a lighter one. Right, let's finish off under my eyes. So back into my Dominique Cosmetics eyeshadow palette and just grab my brushes. Okay, so my little flat brush as usual to go under my eyes. This is the JH43 and we're going to go in with Pumpkin Spice, tiny little tap on into the eyeshadow. I'm just going to run that under, do that really, really quickly. And then I'm just going to blend that one out with a mixture of the caramel and the vanilla cream. There's no black in the Dominique Cosmetics palette to do the top lash, so I'm going to take the Life's a Drag from Luna Beauty, and they got a beautiful black in here that I use often if there's no black in the palette that I'm using. So I'm just going to quickly do that. So that's my top lashes all done. So we're going to go in now with the Flower Beauty brown eyeliner, get it the right way around, and we're just going to tight line under those lashes in the dark brown. There you go, so that's that done. So onto mascara. Again, it's a L'Oreal one because, as I said earlier, on offer 3 for 2. So I did pick up one that everybody seems to be raving about again. It was out about 10 years ago and I'm sure I had one back then. And it is the Telescopic mascara, and this is in extra black. So as you can see, I haven't even unwrapped it yet. So let's see if we can get this off nicely. Probably not, because you never can. What attracted me to this one is I'm fussy about wands, and the wand on this one is what I would call my perfect wand. Get rid of that sticky security thing because it's stopping me from opening it. So now we're just going to have a sticky mess on the top. Okay, look at that wand. That looks like a Jane wand. Don't do fat brushes. My lashes are too little. I just don't get on with them. So let's give that a go. There you go. That's more like it. And that's a fresh pot. And most mascaras work best when they're a little bit older. But that, like I say, as you can see, my lashes aren't brilliant, but you can see that it's there. So we'll build it up to a second coat and see what we think. Okay, so that's 2 coats, and I'd honestly say that this is probably my dream drugstore mascara. Like I say, I usually spend a lot of money on high-end ones because I like the wands better and the formula, but that's just 2 coats. And I'm really happy with how that's gone straight on. So I'm just going to do the bottom lashes and see how that looks, but I'm sure it's going to be awesome. There you go. That I am very impressed with, you know, to the point where occasionally I might not even wear lashes. So definitely happy with the mascara. Okay, so moving on. I bought a couple of Natasha Denona minis. Now, always wanted to try Natasha Denona. Even the minis, they are a realistic price, I suppose, but they finally, on Cult Beauty, put Natasha Denona on sale for 1 day only. So me being me, I'd like to have bought some palettes and things, but it was just before payday and it's like, oh, can't really do that. So I did buy the little mini Bronze and Glow, I think it is. Hang on, let's have a look. I haven't even got them out of the package yet. Oh, look, it's so cute. Little Bronze and Glow. As you can see with the size of my hand, it really is a mini. Oh, look, that's so sweet. I had to try it. Like I said, they had 20% off for 1 day only. And I also got the Diamond Blush and Glow. So again, same size as that one. Let's get that one out as well. So as you can see, exactly the same size as the other one. Let's open her up. Oh, look, it's so cute. That is really cute. Okay, let's do a couple of swatches. Do the bronzer first, since I'm going to be using that one first. Oh, I forgot I got concealer all over the back of my hand. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Well, looks like a nice colour. And then we got, now for a highlighter, that's going to be way too dark for me. So as you can see there, but even that bronzer, I don't know, it's a bit warm toned. Don't know how I'm going to get on with that. But I do think that that highlighter is going to be too dark. So let's swatch the other two as well, and then we can chuck them on our faces and see what we think. That's pretty. The blusher is very shimmery and the highlighter is mainly glitter. I'm not usually keen on a glitter highlighter, but I don't mind the shimmer blush whatsoever. So we're going to give them a go anyway, see what we think. Give them a go. If nothing else, that glitter one will make a beautiful inner highlight and top of the brow. So maybe we'll use it on that one and we'll maybe try the other one. We'll see. Right, now my brush is quite big and the pan is very little. You can see where I'm going with this, can't you? So God only knows what I'm going to end up. So what I'll probably do is do what I've done there and just cover this side, because I know I'm just going to get all this mixed in with this and it's just going to look a horrendous mess. Okay, so let's see if we can get some of this blusher on my brush and onto my face. Let's kick my hair out of the way. Right, so what's the easiest way to work this? I think the way I had it. So I'm just going to try and dip into this one. I'm just going to kind of tap. Just tap my brush around. That's all I got. That's all I got. So hopefully it's not going to be overly strong pigmented, otherwise I'm probably going to look like an Oompa Loompa, because it did look a bit too warm toned for me. So as I've tapped off a lot. So start at the top and I'm very, very gently just bringing that down. Yeah, because as you can see, I did tap into that a lot and you can already see the colour payoff there. So let's say what's left on the brush, I'm just going to drag it round as far as it will go. But yeah, see how pigmented that already is. So I'm just going to swirl that around and see if I can just blend it around a little bit. I'm glad I didn't go too heavy-handed. I made the mistake of that, I think it was on the Beauty Bay one, but even now I'm just having no success with bronzer at the moment, which is unusual. Usually I don't have any trouble, but lately I've been trying ones and just doesn't seem to be working out for me. Okay, let's give that a really, really good tap. I might even just dab it off in the back of my hand just to get rid of any excess, and do exactly the same on the other side. And hopefully it won't be quite as strong in colour, because again it's easier to build up than it is to take away. See, that was looking better. Again, I think because I'm really pale in winter, I go so pale, to the point where I buy new foundations and they're always too dark because I forget how pale I go. So I've got loads of foundations that are just too dark, but that's it. I didn't go heavy-handed, but it looks like I've really gone heavy-handed, but I haven't. I really haven't. Oh, what fun. What fun. So let's see if I can just do something with that. Okay, we can do something with it. It's just we're going to move on for a minute and we'll come back and we can probably sort that out. I'm really not having any much luck with bronzers, am I? Oh well. Swiftly moving on to blusher. And again, I'm going to take a very light hand. I'm going to do what I did with the other one and cover one side, because the size of my brush, size of the pan. And I'm just going to tap very, very gently. Let's say very gently, literally 2 taps, and then tap it off. And then we're just going to pat that one on. Like I said, I'd rather build it up, even though I wasn't heavy-handed with the bronzer. That's not really showing up, is it? So, okay, maybe a little bit more heavy-handed with it. I'm probably going to regret that. Okay. Let's chuck that on my mush. See what we can do with that. Is that showing up? I can't see that. Let's have a look in my little mirror. Oh, that's it. Hair in my mouth. Oh yeah, it's very subtle though. You see, it's very subtle. You can see where the sheen and that is, but the colour is very subtle. So I am going to be brave and go back in with a little bit more. And again, tap it off. But that is, I think it's just a sheer blush, quite sheer. Yeah, I can see that a bit better now. So it's, see if we can match the other side up. I am going to go in, like I say, quite heavy-handed this time, and see if I can get it to the same level a little bit quicker. But yeah, very sheer. I don't know whether I would want to pay the horrendous price for the full size. I can't remember what it is, but I know it's really expensive. I think if I'd done that, I might have been a little bit disappointed. So let's give it a swirl and see if we can just kind of build that up just a little bit more. Yeah, definitely see it there, but it's not the brightest blush I've ever used. But obviously you don't want it, you know what I mean, I don't want it bright, you just want it to show. So just run a bit down my nose, make it that sun-kissed look. So that showed up a lot better there. So maybe just gonna just a bit more, just a little bit more, and on the other side just a little bit more. Better, better. Hopefully now I haven't overdone it. Okay, so I think I'm going to take that little colour here, and I'm going to do that under my brow bone and in my inner corner. So I've got a couple of nice little brushes. For the top of my brow bone, I always use my tiny little flat brush, which is the JH42. And we're just going to tap into that one. Because like I say, this is very glittery, and I'm not keen on a glittery highlight. But if you can see there, I don't know if you can see, but that is very glittery for a blush. So I don't think I would have been too happy if I'd paid full price for it, because I can't see this being one that I'm going to use on the regular. And same with this highlighter, it's just straight up glitter. You can see that now, if I catch that in the light, straight up glitter. So not my favourite. It's very crumbly in the pan. So I think I did the right thing and went for the minis just to try them, because I definitely would have been upset if I'd paid. I've got a feeling they're £50 odd, you know, for the large version. And I think on offer I paid about 16.5 for both of these. So a lot better price. I don't mind that so much. And if, you know, it does turn out I'm not that keen on it, I'd rather have paid that price just to try it. So I'm just going to stick some in my inner corner. Again, it's just going to look like straight up glitter, but we're going to do it anyway. You know, but that does give a nice sparkle, if nothing else. And I get the feeling it's going to be one of these ones. It's just going to get everywhere. I just look really glittery. But that blush, now it's on, is a lovely colour if it didn't have the glitter in it. So, okay. Not the best. Definitely not the best. So not the best by any means, but moving on. Let's go back to this Bronze and Glow. Don't know, you know, about using that as, it's just going to be way too dark, isn't it? So tell you what, maybe I just dab a little bit of that off, because there's a lot on there. And just see if I can sort of run. Oh no, that's going to be way too dark. There you go, even just putting it down on my nose. So, right, I'm forgetting that one for highlighter on my face, because it's just going to be way too dark. I think maybe in the summer when I got a really good tan, maybe I could get away with it, but even then I'm thinking maybe not. Look at my hand, I don't know whether you can see that. It is absolutely covered in glitter. But like I say, I don't like glittery face products. I like shimmery ones, you know, but not straight up glitter. And this is just straight up glitter. I don't know what I'm trying to wash it off for. It'll be on there for the next week. That's after showering. Okay, so let's go into my drawer and grab a highlighter. So I'm going to go in with my Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics palette, which, I'll say the mirror's filthy, which looks like this on the inside. So hopefully we're not blinding you completely. And I think I'm going to take the first colour here, and we're going to use that one as the highlighter, because otherwise it's just too dark. So it's just not going to happen. Okay, so I'm going to chuck some of this on. always forget how bright this one is when I use it. Wow, that's bright. Oh, it's just not happening, is it? So we're just going to cover that brown bit up that I did of the other one. Well, gold, not brown. Shouldn't be mean. That's it. Chuck a bit on there, a bit on my chin. Before I set my face, I'm going to see if I can work some magic, especially with this bronzer. So I'm going to go in with my Hourglass Ambient in Diffused Light. And this is brilliant. I use it every single day. It's one of my all-time top products. And I'm going to go in with my fluffy dome brush and see if I can just cure some of this, because this kind of blends things out really well. See, look at the difference already. Look how good that is. I know it's £45, but I tell you, it's one of the best £45 I've ever spent. I'm just going to go all around everywhere where it's just a little bit much and just blend that out a little better. And like I say, that bronzer just didn't work for me. Again, I think it's just too dark on my pale skin. But look at the difference using that makes, like I say, it is one of those products that is just awesome. You know, I bought it last year. I'd heard such good things about it. It's like, ooh, let's have a go at that. And I saw the price tag and I thought, oh, we're going to do it anyway. So I'm literally going to chuck that all over my face just to kind of make everything look a little bit better than it was. I always chuck a tiny bit under my eyes, because being a finishing powder, it just kind of puts this beautiful veil over that just seems to smooth everything out. But look at the difference. That is a big, big difference. So yeah, this stuff, I tell you, is life. You can literally cure most things with this. It is brilliant. So for lips, I haven't got any new products for lips today, so let's see if we can find something to put on. Since doing the Testing Beauty Bay products, I am absolutely loving this lipstick that I bought. This is in the shade Freckle. It cost me £7 on Beauty Bay and it's by Beauty Bay. I've worn this one a lot since I bought it. It's one of those ones that now I've discovered it, just use it a lot, and I think it should pair up quite well with my eye colour today. So just going to chuck some of that on. It's a nice little pale one. Sometimes I even use the lip liner. I've used the lip liner a couple of times, which is shocking, I know. But today, just a little bit of the lippy. So nothing major. Last product. I know it's a long video. I'm really, really sorry. I hope you've stuck with, if you've stuck with me this far, just put a comment down below to say I'm still here or hi, whatever. So thought I'd try another eyeliner from Beauty Bay. The brand by Beauty Bay, sorry, get that right. You know, yes, I bought it on Beauty Bay. This one is in the shade Vanilla. I thought I would try one of the lighter eyeliners. Now, hopefully, we won't have too much trouble with this one. I know last time it was really cold and it worked on the bottom waterline, but I had trouble on the top. But again, it was a very cold day. It's not so warm today either. But I think because I'm only putting this on the bottom one, it should work all right. But I will just blunt it down because I think, you know, it's all very well having these lovely sharp points, but, you know, you just stab your eye out. So I'm just going to blunt that down just a little bit. Oh, and I'll show you the colour actually, now I've drawn on my hand. So that's the colour of that one. I just thought I'd try something new. It's nice to try something new. And this was on sale, so I think I only got it for a couple of quid. That's even better. We're just going to run that one in there and see what we think of that one. See, that went on like a dream. Absolute dream. You know, and it just widens your eyes and that. I think using a lighter colour for me is just going to take a lot of getting used to. I'm so used to seeing sort of the brown on there that that is definitely different. It just looks like I haven't really got any on, but it's supposed to widen your eyes. Same with the inner highlighter, sort of meant to all widen your eyes. So we'll see. We will see. See what I think of that one, or whether it's going to be something I use on the regular or not. Okay, so I'm just going to chuck some Morphe Luminous Setting Spray on just to finish it all off. There you go, just kind of set that in place a little bit. So my summary: foundation, absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it. I think, like I say, if you didn't have dry skin, it will probably be absolutely lovely. But my skin type, personally, no, just no. Concealer, love it. Absolutely love it. Like I say, you know, I've used it 3 or 4 times now. Really enjoying that one. So beautiful. Eyeshadow palette, oh my goodness. I'm glad I really did get that now, and I would have paid the 40 if I'd known how good it was going to be. So like I said, you know, maybe next time if she brings out another one that takes my fancy, I'll just pay the full price quite happily now, because I think that's blended really well. It's creamy, it's buttery, it's smooth, it's pigmented, beautiful. So if you're looking for a new eyeshadow palette, certainly consider Dominique Cosmetics. Let's say, brilliant. Mascara, oh my God, definitely drugstore fave. I've tried so many mascaras and hated them all from the drugstore, but this, absolute 100% thumbs up. Really looking forward to continuing using this one. Like I said, I'm not even going to put any lashes on today. Okay, Natasha Denona. No, just no. It's just glitter. Like I say, the bronzer, I think when my skin's darker, it will look better. Like I say, I managed to blend it out, so I managed to save it. It's fine, I saved it. You know, it did look a hot mess for a minute, but good old Hourglass came to the rescue. So, but I say, the blush colour is lovely. You know, I do like the blush. It has got too much glitter in for my taste, but the overall colour and the way that it's kind of looking now, you know, I like it. Would I use it again? Don't know, haven't decided. Certainly the highlighter in that blush palette, probably not unless I wanted something, like, say, sort of really glittery. Might be nice as an eyeshadow topper, you know, if you want some nice glitter. But again, the highlighter on the bronzer, way too dark. If you've got a medium to dark skin tone, I think that probably looks stunning if you like glitter. It's just all glitter, and I don't do glitter. So, but yeah, I don't know if I'd use either of those again. And if I did, it would probably be the bronzer. Lastly, the eyeliner. Yeah, went on like a dream. No complaints. I'm going to say I've got this little curly bit here that won't stay away. Okay, let's see if we can tame the hair. Yeah, I think it would just take some getting used to using a lighter colour. You know, I'm so used to seeing a darker colour on me. It just looks like my eyes haven't been finished. But on the whole, I think it was a 50-50. You know, it really was a 50-50 mix of colours. But for me, the Natasha Denona, if I'd bought the full-size one, I think I would have been devastated at spending all that money. But only spending a little bit and getting 20% off, it's a risky take. You know, it's makeup, you know, you're not always going to like it. So thank you for watching, my lovelies, and I will see you on the next one.